Okay, let's get right into it. You are here because you have tried all of the techniques. You probably are at the brink of giving up on love, or you've already given up on love. You're in situationships or relationships that aren't aligned to you. You're feeling lonely. You're feeling left out. You're feeling like you really are craving a deep, everlasting love, okay? And that's what we're gonna do here when we're manifesting, while we're manifesting love in 2025, okay? Because I believe that the Divine Feminine Collective, especially in 2025, with all these transformations, deserve love, okay? Love is good for your nervous system. It helps calm you down, okay? Helps calm your nervous system down. And so what we're gonna do is get you aligned to manifest the love of your dreams. It took me 7 years of inner work because I was so desperate 7 years ago for love. And I didn't realize that the reason why love was so far away from me was because I had all of these emotional blocks. Now, a lot of you don't realize that you even have any blocks preventing you from love, okay? So if you want an easy solution, this is not an easy solution, okay? Now, it's not gonna take you 7 years. I kept relapsing on my inner work, preventing me from getting aligned faster. And I spent thousands of dollars. Don't regret that part. I love being able to invest in my own self-worth and self-growth. But we are here so that you can get aligned to your highest self and attract and manifest the love of your dreams in 2025, okay? And for some of you, it may not even be a romantic love. It may be like a juicy business partnership, okay, or friendship. But we're gonna get you aligned to love in 2025, all right? So if you're ready, we're gonna get right into it. There may be some, shadow work. Well, there will be some shadow work for those of you who complete the course throughout, all right? If you complete the course in its totality, all right, you are going to have some emotions that are gonna come up, so it's not gonna be easy, all right? But if you want an actual love, I'm not talking about something that you just like manifest like this. I'm talking about building a true foundation in your heart. Just like when you go to build a business, you can't just be doing it overnight, all right? It takes time. If you want an easy way out, guess what's gonna happen to that relationship? It's gonna be easy out too. It's gonna easily crumble. But when you're doing this course, it's building a foundation for you to attract the love that you desire, all right? After doing all this inner work, I attract love interests that I couldn't have imagined 7 years ago that I would be aligned to, all right? And by the way, if you complete this course, you are going to be more aligned to love, all right? I'm seeing love interest coming faster than you can even keep up with, all right? When you complete this course, you personally, you're going to have a hard time. You're gonna be like, Blue, okay, how do I manage all of these love interests, all right? I can see it now, all right? So let's get started getting you aligned for love in 2025.
All right, welcome to the Love Aligned course, how to manifest the love you desire by identifying and clearing emotional blocks. Now, how do I know you have emotional blocks? I will let you know now. So, unconsciously, there is some resistance to love for you.
When we're talking about the metaphysics of even manifestation, what happens is the universe, God, source, creator, whatever you want to call it, it is unconditional. It shows you unconditional love and support, right? So if you are misaligned to love, if you have any doubts, fears, any desperation, remember I said earlier, I said I was desperate for love, it will magnify and support you in whatever feeling you have. So if you are desperate for love, if you're feeling like you don't deserve love, even unconsciously, and you can tell because you're resistant to it. You're resistant to it, and this shows because you don't have it yet, if that makes sense. So the point of this is to get you away from the resistance and get you aligned to the love that you desire. So that way it will send a signal out to the universe that, hey, actually I'm in alignment with this love. All right. So let's get started on first your childhood patterns and your attachment styles.
Okay. So it's important to understand how your past, especially your childhood, has shaped the way you attach to people. Think about how you were treated. Did you have two parents, or perhaps one was emotionally unavailable? Maybe you came from a place of neglect, abandonment, abuse, and these early experiences, you may have heard, they shape how we form connections later in life. So it's important to identify these, okay? So for example, I was orphaned, I was adopted, I was abused, and then I carried a lot of deep abandonment wounds that I didn't realize were there. And these are unconscious. This is why you have to bring them outside of your shadow to address them. So I was anxiously attracted to partners because I was looking for them to fill a void I didn't know how to fill myself. All right. So a lot of these attachment patterns are unconscious, and there's 4 different types. There's anxious, secure, avoidant, and disorganized. Okay. And if you don't address these, they can truly block your ability to find healthy, lasting love. All right. So this is extremely important. And I don't think that people realize this. And so what happens is that desperation comes because you're like, well, if I don't have it, who is going to take care of my needs? Or you could be avoidant, by the way. You could be like, well, I'm just going to avoid love and vulnerability and not have the ability to open up to love. Now you can crave it, and then also both can be true. You can crave it, but not feel available to it. All right. And a lot of women don't realize that that could be a thing for them. All right. And so even when I'm working with my clients, hey, why do you feel like you have to absolutely have this person? Again, there is nothing wrong with love. Love is good for you. And the fact that you even desire it lets me know that it's available for you. And it's something that's going to be important for your lifestyle, right? So this is part of the work that you're doing to get aligned. Find out your attachment style. So reflect on these early patterns and then figure out the patterns that you saw that you didn't like. Go back to your childhood. And your attachment style is going to be based again on these early experiences. I recommend reading the book Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller, or you can even search on YouTube about the different attachment styles. Identify yours. This is crucial. Okay, honey? Identify those attachment styles and then go and implement the work that it takes to feel aligned to your attachment styles, right? Or feeling more secure, right? If you're anxious like me, anxiously attached, how can I fill those voids myself and be more aligned to however I feel myself? That way I can attract a partner who is healthy, right? A healthy partner, one who isn't going to play games with me, who isn't going to breadcrumb me, who isn't going to be narcissistic. A lot of the root problem of those narcissistic relationships is because you're anxiously attached, all right? Okay, this is a big one. Identify your worthiness of love. A lot of us feel like we feel worthy of love simply because we desire it, but that's not true. Literally, if you don't feel consciously worthy of love, it's going to detract it from you. All right. Many people don't realize they don't feel worthy of a loving partner. And that was my experience. I craved it. I didn't believe, though, that I deserved it. So in the past, I found myself overworking to prove my worthiness, right? I was always doing things for my partner. Let me cook for you. Let me go buy something for you. Oh, you don't have to pay for that. Let me do it, because I was proving my worth, because that's what I grew up with, right? It was like, in order to prove my worth, I have to have good grades. In order to prove my worth, I have to maintain certain statuses. I have to look a certain way, right? It wasn't really about who I was. It was about what I did. And that's how you know. Listen, if you feel like you have to do something, anything, it could be the littlest thing, in order to prove yourself. Let me tell you something about the divine feminine. She is the gem in the room. Simply because she walks in the room, that is her worthiness. That's why you see divine feminine in music videos and, even YouTube videos. Because she is there, she elevates the presence and the energy of the room. So you're worthy just because. If you feel like you have to do something, in order to be worthy of love, or to be seen as someone who is, worthy of existing, then you have some work to do, okay? So I want you to write down all the reasons why you feel worthy of love, and focus on who you are. Focus on who you are, not just what you do. All right. Now, creating your affirmations for love. Let me say something about affirmations first. Affirmations are fantastic. However, it makes no sense to just say them in your head and have this logic mental, well, I'm just going to mark something off of a checklist. No, you have to remember when I said the feeling is what sends the signal to universe, God, source, creator, of you being a worthy, right, of love, and being able to manifest the true love. So when you're saying these affirmations, I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel into these affirmations. All right. If you're saying the affirmations without feeling them, you're running into a brick wall. So what you need to do is you're reprogramming your brain to believe, and your heart, especially your heart is most important. That's why you need to feel it in your heart, because your heart has more electrodes than your brain even, okay? It's your brain or your heart which actually attracts what you desire. That's why, you will, like, when you really desire something, you're like, oh, I love that. It will show up for you. It's the same thing for affirmations, okay? So here's a trick that you can use. Use ChatGPT to help you create affirmations aligned with the love you want, all right? So what I will do is say, okay, I want a loving, healthy partner who is emotionally available, all right? And a lot of people will say, well, men or, whoever, if you have any doubts about that, that's a good affirmation for you, because that's a limiting belief. And we'll get into that. But what is a good affirmation for attracting the type of love I truly want? Ask ChatGPT and then say that affirmation morning, noon, and night. Feel into that affirmation morning, noon, and night. All right. Look for that affirmation on YouTube. Listen to it during the nighttime when you're subconscious, which is the part of your mind that really absorbs information. You want to be saying that when you're in a relaxed state. All right. I can't get into, this is a mini course. I can't get deeply into the subconscious mind and all of that. But just know you need to really feel, this is what alignment is. All right. You need to be feeling good about love. All right. And you have to feel sure that you deserve love. All right. When you're saying these affirmations. I don't know. I think this is like one of my favorites, because we put so many limiting beliefs and doubts and feelings into what we desire. Let me tell you a perfect example. I used to believe that men who looked good were automatically bad men. So I would just only focus on men who were like low level of attraction. And here's the kicker. They treated me like shit. So both can be true, absolutely. But it was a limiting belief that I had, okay? It was a doubt that I had, all right? And the thing is that now when I am putting it out into the universe, like if I want to attract a love interest, like, okay, like I want someone that I'm attracted. Now I don't focus just on that because I've done so much inner work that I know even more is important. But I'm like, I want someone that I feel passionate towards, right? So getting rid of doubts, negative beliefs, like, no, I can't have that, and that. Who says that? You are literally God. You are the operant creator of your reality, darling. All right. So I need you to address all the doubts, negative beliefs. Oh, there are no good men out there. Part of the reason why a lot of you don't have the love that you desire is because you don't even believe that it exists. All men are bad. All women are whoever, Stop doing that. Like you're running into a brick wall because you believe that God, source, creator, universe is this little minuscule energy, right? So if we're talking about manifesting, having the life that you desire, why do you think there needs to be a limit on what you desire? Like, that's like going to the ocean and taking a thimble and being like, oh, I just want this little bit. No, you deserve more. The ocean is vast, all right? So stop putting limits on that. You got to change that. I need you to stop doing that. All men are bad and stop, all right? So sorry, I had to fuss about you a little bit. But it can really weigh heavily on your ability to receive the love that you want, all right? So you have to decide. I came to a point where I had to decide, are you going to believe that there's a good partner out there, or do you want love? Like, you can't have both. You can't have a limiting belief and be like, oh, I'm going to attract love. All right. So here's an exercise for you. Down here, I won't walk through it because it's also in the workbook, and then you can also pause this and get it. But get rid of those limiting beliefs, darling. Okay, so I put this in here for those who are in a relationship or a situationship already and you're facing a challenge. This course can still help you. The work that we're doing is about identifying the blocks, first of all, and then clearing them. And you can decide whether you want to continue a relationship or if it's time to move in a different direction. I've worked with clients who are married and they're like, listen, like this is going on in my relationship. I don't know. And so we did this work and realized that they were many of my clients happen to be anxiously attached, to be honest. But so then after doing this inner work, partners can energetically pick up on this shift. And the relationship can become more secure and aligned, right? And perhaps it's time for it to be cut, and you can decide that after you do your inner work. But I don't recommend automatically, getting rid of it unless, you're not emotionally safe. And there's some work to do there. A lot of you, it is time to cut away from that relationship. But I just want you to know that you can still do this work if you're in a relationship, all right? You made it this far. I am so proud of you because this is not easy work to do, all right? Again, you're building a foundation. You're clearing blocks, all right? You're filling your voids, not with another person, but with your own inner work. And not many women can do that. And I have so much compassion because I get it. When you want an easy fix and you want the thing to just have come right away. But because you have built this sense of alignment within yourself, you are going to receive amazing results just from this little free course. I promise you. All right, it's free, but I wanted to offer it because I just want to see you win in 2025. There is no reason why you can't. You are someone who
I can see you just experiencing this glow up, and yeah, and externally, but also internally. All right, you being liberated after feeling stuck and stagnant for so long. I can just see you breaking free from the lowest parts of your life to experiencing ultimate bliss. I know you can't see it, but I can. All right, I love you so much. If you want to work with me, I would be happy to work with you one-on-one to help you manifest the love, the money, the business, the purpose. A lot of you don't know what your purpose is, or you're working in corporate and you're like, I want to do something else. That was my story too. I wanted love and I wanted to figure out what else I could do to expand my sense of purpose. All right. And so I'm gonna put the last slide up, and if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can book a free discovery call. Go ahead and follow me on social media, and I have some reviews on there too. So I love you so much. Bye.